Well, the 365 Daytona is waiting for a truck. Just finished it up, and it's kind of, you know, it's a nice thing when a car goes out, and then sometimes it's a little sad, you know, because I don't know when the next time I'll get to see this car. You know, this car came, you know, I've done videos on this one before for the previous owner. Just recently did an inspection on it. And okay, so looking at a car that I've worked on before. All looks about the same that I've seen it about a year or so ago. Looks like the oil filter's been changed, since I don't use the orange ones. I use the red ones, so it's had an oil change since the last time I saw it. Interior is, as I remember it, looks pretty much the same condition. The radio's not correct. It looks like a, you know, 80s Blaupunkt. Also, the dash is leather as opposed to the mouse fur. Some people just, when it was upholstered, it looks like they just did the they decided to do it in leather instead of the mouse fur. Other than that, the interior, you know, steering wheel, I think he had bought or did a new steering wheel. I forget what it was, but it was, if I remember correctly, he had wanted the steering wheel done, and that's fairly new with the correct stitching. Little chips here. That's just driving. Slight cracking here, but that's normal, not bad. Usual Daytona cracking there. The wheels are not painted. I think, if I remember correctly, these the paint's like, it's either bare or it just needs to be painted. Doesn't look like it has a, I mean, they're all not really curb rashed or anything like that, but I think that these look, you can see some evidence of paint there, but they probably could use new paint. A little bit of clear coat here. But generally a good driving car. Looks like a pretty straightforward. Let's just pop the trunk real quick. Haven't seen it there in a while. Looks like it's all here. There's a spare, I can see that in there. Let me see if I can get this out. Not too much. Push that forward a little bit, but I can see the spare. Let's see which one it is. This might take a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, so it's got another alloy in there and the hole down. Let's try to get this back down the way I had it. There we go. Just a little bit of rust there, but that's just moisture, it looks like. And let me get it up in the air. Did an inspection on it, and it was purchased by a new owner, and then he sent it to me for some work. Had the wheels redone. They needed to be painted, and disassembled them and sent them out. and I had them done. You know, there's a couple little blemishes here and there, but that's because it's just, you know, these magnesium wheels, they've seen their life, but try to bring some new life back to them by putting some paint back on them. And I did a couple of other things. I put a radio in, got the correct radio installed, you know, that kind of stuff. Just did a couple little modifications on the car, you know, that the owner wanted. He wanted the 3-year spinners put on, so I got a set of those. Other than that, you know, the car's really nice. It hasn't changed much since the last time I drove it, even from the video that you saw, which I'll put a link in it in the description of when I drove this car last. But it's going from my shop out to Arizona to the owner, so it's kind of like a bittersweet goodbye, because I don't know when the next time I see this car. But considering I saw this car through 2 owners, you never know. You know, it may come back one day for some work. He may even send it all the way across the country to have me work on it. But it's been fun, and you know, it's a great car. I really like these cars, and I'm sad to see it go, but you know, it's good to clear out another space in the shop. Thanks for watching.